Hey guys, it is the founder of Believe to Achieve team, Ashton Breitbach, and I just made this video live, but apparently for some reason something kooky happened and it did not go. So I've been talking for the last 10 minutes and it didn't go. So apparently I'm just going to take this that God wants me to break this down into a smaller video for you guys and just to give you guys my insight and what I feel can really start to de-stress your business, and instead of stressing it out, blessing it out, okay? One thing is I am horrible at organization. I really am. I am not someone who is the greatest organizer at all. I've got all these different podcasts that I want to listen to, all these emails that are coming to me, papers here, papers there. I try to be organized and it just doesn't. So my goal for 2017 is to become more organized by trying to figure out what my schedule looks like. Even though I am a stay-at-home mom and we know as stay-at-home, well, I should say stay-at-home parent, but we know as stay-at-home parents, our schedules don't ever usually really go the way that it needs to. However, if you plan out your month, you plan out your week, or you plan out your day, whatever works best for you, I can tell you you're going to save time in your life. You're going to save time in your business, and you're going to be able to put into action things that you're learning versus feeling very overwhelmed and stressed about the business. So number one that I want to talk about is your vision board. So we just started 2017, and I believe every single year we should create a vision board for our life. Lindsay Matway has a great training that I highly recommend that you guys get into, and you go through the videos, you go through the actions, and you set this out. And the reason why is because if you can create a vision board for what you want for this year, for what you're seeing in this year, for what you want to accomplish in this year, then you're going to be able to see that each and every single day. And soon enough, it creates a habit in your life and in yourself to start to do the action steps that you need. But the greatest thing about this is that you're not just like, oh, well, I want to get rid of $5,000 in debt by this time. You're breaking down the goals. So there's different little things that she has in place for you to do, but you're creating these smart goals that you're able to do. So let me say this. We know a house, right? A house is built on a foundation. And let's say you seek this dream house that you want to make. Well, what comes into it? Hard work, time, different steps have to take in place in order to accomplish that, right? You can't just all of a sudden, hey, here's a house, right? It's brick by brick or wall by wall or layer by layer is how you can build a house. And that's kind of what your vision board is about, right? Your vision board is the house, the big thing that you see in your life. I want you guys to dream big, but then you need to break it down by layer or brick by brick. What does that involve? What's my next action plan? What's my next step, So like, let's say I want to build up my weak leg by 5,000 more team volume. What does that look like for me? I'll have to break that down into, okay, how many more coaches does that involve putting on my weak leg? Things like that, breaking it down to build up that big, huge dream that you have and goal. So that's my first thing for you guys, is that if you haven't sat down, gone through this training, or sat down and created your 2017 vision board, this is where you need to go first. Create that, because then we're going to know what your big dream is, where you want to go, and if you need help breaking down your goals, then this is where you come to me, come to somebody else. Talk on that, the group that she has set up. Number two that I want to talk about is your schedule, okay? Creating a schedule. First off, I don't know for you, but having a monthly plan, we have it in our team page. Look at the monthly plan. It's the pin post in our team page, and it's like, okay, free groups on this date, challenge groups here, trainings here, sneak peek here. So today, we start our coach sneak peek. So if you don't know where that's at, it's on the pin post. You can get into that group. That's where you bring people in so that they can hear about what it is that we do as coaching, so those that are interested in it. So if you know ahead of time what your monthly calendar looks like, you know how to use your social media and start putting out different on each platform, like, okay, hey, this is what I'm doing, or start talking about this, or you're able to start talking about your challenge groups. And when you can become so focused on creating organization in your life and organization in this business, it's not that it's gonna be less stressful, right? Like, we still have hard work that we're doing, but it's gonna be less stressful. So one thing that I am putting in place, that I said that I wanted to start doing, is using or coming up with a schedule for myself. Like, I know, 1 second. Alright, sorry. Okay. Anyways, so what I wanted to do was to start to write out my schedule. And that's what I told my coach. She's like, what's your goal this week? And I'm like, well, I really want to sit down and create a schedule for myself. I know as a stay-at-home parent, schedules don't go the way that they go. However, coming up with some sort of schedule and creating some sort of on time, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, is better than being like, oh, okay, now I have time to do this, I'm going to do this. No, set your schedule the way that you want it to be and try to plan and form and sculpt it to be like that. And if you need to switch anything around, then switch it around. Because I'm going to tell you right now that from Chalene Johnson in her 30-day push, she talks about how you will save time by focusing out your day, okay? So, that's the next step. Maybe you're able to create a calendar or a schedule for the week, which is great. I used to do that every time. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm blocking out for this to do and this. And then when you do your business time, put away everything else. Don't look at anything else and go straight into your BAT or whatever it is that you use to follow in order to take action into your business. The last thing that I really want to talk about, because like I said, I don't want to make this too long, and I'm sorry that it's already as long as it is, but I hope this is good information, is for me, I've got tons of emails. I've got tons of podcasts. I've got tons of books that I want to read, and we can't do it all. And I think sometimes we fill up, or even like trainings. You're like, I'm going to do this training and that training and listen to this and that, and oh, that was good, so I want to do that. So you're doing all these things that is creating chaos, taking up your time, and not letting you put action into your business or action into what it is that you want to do for your business. So do we need trainings? Yes. Do we need personal development? Yes. But find one thing. So what I did was I started unsubscribing from like all my emails. And that includes like other places too. Like, I don't even want to take the time to delete them. Like, I just don't even want to see coupons for this or that, because there's always sales for this or that, right? Like, we could always find things that, yeah. Anyways, find one person maybe that you want an email to come to, a weekly email to come from. Mondays, focus on the National Wake Up Call. That should be your number one thing on Mondays, right? We get filled with the top leaders in the business giving us their best insight. I mean, what else better is that? Focus on maybe one training a month, right? And do it until it's done. Podcasts. So what I started doing is, in my vehicle, I'm in my car driving the kids to school and picking them up. I listen to my biblical podcast by Rick Warren, or, I'll listen to an Audible. But what I started to do was to take days, like, okay, Monday, I'm going to listen to one of these podcasts. To and from school. On Tuesdays, I'm going to listen to this. On Wednesday, I'm going to listen to this. Because if I know each and every single day what I want to do or where I want to go, it's going to happen, right? Like I said, we can't plan for the unexpected. However, when you can start to push things to be that way, it just happens. Speak life into your business. Speak life into your schedule and everything. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that, though. I hope that this kind of helps you guys start to see that organization is something that can really leave. It's not that it makes it easier. I think it creates less stress on you and on your business. And when you have a clear vision, you know where you want to go, and you can see the path that you need to take, breaking it down into action steps and everything. So I would love to hear and see your guys' 2017 vision boards. I would like to hear and see maybe what you have planned on your schedules, or how you're going to go about organizing and simplifying and decluttering your guys' life and business so that you can create the business and the life that you have planned for your family. So, tell them to say bye-bye. All right, we'll see you guys.